Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button in the corner in order to get new videos and content. I've expanded and revamping my channel, and make sure you tune in to new episodes on soul to soul connections with Jeni Ji. There's a lot of amazing guests that I'm interviewing and have interviewed. So be prepared and watch the videos. What's up with you guys? So anyways, now August 26th to the 2nd of September, we're going to be in for a lot of shocking revelations. And I mean, there's no surprise to this, right? Like, you're going to see this, especially going up until the end of November. There's going to be a lot of energy coming to the surface with wars, with violence. People have had enough, a lot of shocking revelations. I mean, we've seen this, and it's going to continue on and on and on. And the people have had enough of the bullshit, as I call it, from the so-called leaders who are trying to put the fear of God into you. So there's a lot of energy coming up, right? Surprise, surprise. So, I mean, you have to do what feels right for you, of course, you know. So we've all seen the changes. There's been, more changes now than there has been in over 10,000 years. And that's going to continue on. So it really goes on how you guys are staying in alignment throughout these changes, staying away from the drama, staying away from the craziness with all of these so-called stories. It's just really overwhelming, especially when you're empathic, I should say. The more sensitive you are, the more you're going to pick up on these energies as well. And we also have Mercury retrograde. We started it on the 23rd of August. So Mercury retrograde, of course, brings people back from your past. You have seen that going on in August, and it's going to continue on. And when somebody comes back from your past, it's up to you to decide if you want to reconnect with them or not. The worst part about Mercury retrograde for me personally is electronical and technical issues and such like that. I have a lot of interviews set up, and I'm like, oh my goodness sakes, please, no issues, right? So just be really, really cautious, because it can bring up a lot more anxiety and such like that. However, it gives you that opportunity to reset things, to revamp things, to bring things back more into alignment. So what you guys were dealing with since the 3rd of August, if you remember that day, even, I mean, I know exactly what I was doing on the 3rd of August. What's happening is this theme right now is going to show you more of your talents, your abilities, your soul's calling and purpose and such like that. And you're going to be tweaking things. You're going to be like fixing things, revamping things and such. So this is why I utilize these energies to the fullest for myself. Like, we're going to have our good days and bad days and such like that as well, right? We all do. So just try to stay in alignment as best as you can. So the 26th, you might have some, your hips and your liver might be a little bit more sensitive, and your thighs and such like that. So especially during the week, make sure you guys are doing more stretching, maybe get a massage done. Have a bath with some bath salts in it and such like that, because different parts of our bodies are more sensitive. 27th and the 28th, you could have some issues with your joints, like your knees. I know for me, I have issues. I pulled my knees out quite some time ago. So I have my good and bad days when I was doing yoga, actually. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? So we're not even going to go there anymore. I don't even want to deal with it. I just wrap my knees up at certain days when I'm having struggling, or when I'm going to do a workout and such like that. So just go on your own comfort zone. So as we get 31st September, beginning of September, you could have some issues with your toes and your feet. So again, how many of you guys put massage oils and give yourself a little massage on your feet? Really pay attention, because your pineal gland is going to be more sensitive, which is going to bring out your intuition even more. You have been shown what needs to change. And these are why, even like with shocking revelations coming up, it's not only just with the so-called leaders and politicians and world events, which is nothing new. We know where they're full of bullshit. There's no true leaders. However, the shocking revelations could be within yourself. You could find out all of a sudden you have some medical issues going on. Please don't ignore them. There's a lot of people that have been suddenly passing away, as we've seen, and that's going to increase even more, especially during this transit, especially up until the end of November. So when you're not feeling well, make sure you get yourself checked. Don't let, especially heart issues, like you're like, wow, I'm feeling like, my heart and such like that. Certain things, there's a lot more cancers, of course, being, to the surface. We all know why all of a sudden all of these cancers and all of a sudden all of these diseases are all of a sudden here. For those of you who are really in alignment, you know exactly what I'm talking about and why. So you're going to see with this Pluto retrograde and energy in Capricorn, this is what I'm talking about. This is all about manipulation and control with your so-called leaders. And that's going to go on till the end of November. I can't stress that enough. It's going to get intense. It's going to get intense. So be really careful, be really careful. And combined with even Mercury retrograde, it can bring a lot of things out of alignment. So this week can be a little scary. However, this is a week where you're going to be more even tuning in. We have that super full blue moon on the 30th and 31st. You'll have to watch my separate video I did specifically on that. Expect the unexpected. Now, whenever things happen unexpectedly, that can go either way. You can have like amazing surprises, like, wow, I didn't think I'd win the lottery, or wow, I didn't think I'd get that job, or all of a sudden somebody asks you out, or perhaps maybe you're going to find out somebody that has all of a sudden passed on, and certain things like that. So today to expect the unexpected. Certain days I try to keep more of a low key because I work with these energies and know how to work with them. That's why I talk about them, so you guys can utilize them to your advantage, right? We can't fight against these cosmic energies. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, of course, right? So August 27th, Mars is in Libra. So it's going to be a day where you're going to want to balance more things. You're going to want to take action if it's tying legal ties. And especially with Mercury retrograde, be very, very careful what you're signing. Like if you're renewing a lease and renewing things, that's fine. If you are getting into a new contract, be very careful. Be very careful. Make sure you get that looked over. Some people are starting divorces and certain things like that, which is fine. However, make sure you understand exactly what you're signing. Make sure you have your lawyer, solicitor, somebody explain to you what's going on before you sign the dotted line, right? So you're going to be drawn even to pursue even more with your projects and such. However, starting new projects during Mercury retrograde can be a little bit tricky. So you might find that things might not be working in alignment with you. I mean, I've got so many things on the go myself that there's certain times that I don't start new things. I might do some research on something. However, I don't really start working on certain projects and certain things during different energy times. So just be more mindful about that, right? Because even the super full moon, super duper double full moon, get out there. The moon's going to be blue. I'm really hoping I get a chance that night to take some photos. I took a photo of the last super full moon, August 1st, which I post on Jeni Ji Photography on my Instagram account. So, and people are like, wow, that doesn't look real. And I'm like, I know, because it was an intense super moon. Some of these super full moons look really like, wow, that's pretty wild. Exactly. So I try to capture that moment of it as best as I get. I'm not no pro by any means at all, right? So this is when you're going to want to keep more balance, and your sleep could be a little bit off as well. So as we get with all of these energies, with Mercury retrograde and the super full moon. We're entering into 7 retrogrades with Uranus on the 28th. Like, oh my gosh, we already had 6. Now we're entering a 7th retrograde, which can bring a lot of unpredictable energy around the world. I keep repeating that because there's going to be shocking events. We've already heard, we've already seen, there's people out there don't comply. All of this bullshit's going to happen. You know, the only way I know is to be blunt by holding back as best as I can, right? So you might feel a little bit unstable on the 29th and 30th, because you're going to be hearing things which is going to affect your nervous system and your animals. Be really mindful about your animals, because your animals pick up on your energy. They pick up on all of the energies in the world and all of these cosmic times. However, if your animal is feeling a little off, see where your energy is. Right? Like, I have a lot of people say, geez, you know, your dog Bella, she's really excited, she's calm, she's very happy, she loves people, certain things like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm a very calm person, right? If I really want to vamp out and revamp out and cause trouble, I'll go after the so-called leaders on Twitter. You'll have to follow my Twitter account if you want to see what I'm saying. I call people out on their bullshit, to be blunt. Right? So these energies affect your animals. So if you're feeling very sad or angry or really emotional, your animal might be more clingy to you, because your animal's like, hey, I want to give you unconditional love. What does dog stand for? God. Spell dog backwards. G-O-D. God. Animals come into this world for many reasons and many purposes. We all have our own journey. We all have our own purpose. Even our animals do. Even our plants, all the species in the world, we have our own purpose and destiny, right? So we've seen a lot of erratic changes in the world. Like I'm saying, my heart goes out to everyone in Maui who have lost their homes and have perished. And also in Canada, we have a lot of wildfires as well. We've caught certain things that have been started more mankind, right? Some, yeah, of course, get started in different ways. However, you know, there's a lot of different fires and energies that are created by human beings, throwing cigarettes out the windows, starting little fires and start like that. I'm not going to talk about it, right? It's negative. So just be really careful, especially whenever you're in more dry areas and such like that. I mean, even lightning, of course, can trigger a dry area and such like that. So, you know, the world, like I'm saying, has changed. It's more changes now in over 10,000 years. So there's a lot of energy going on. And this is why we've constantly seen things. I mean, I even was going to go away later next month myself, spread my dad's ashes. But I very well might not. I might hold back because I don't want to be around energies that are very scattered, especially with a lot of intense energies right now. A lot of people are going to freak out with all of the restrictions coming back and all of the false news and so many different things, right? So now be really careful too around this super new moon and everything like that, because, you know, this new moon, you know, it's a time not to have any surgery if possible. So new moons are very powerful because it's new, a lot of endings, a lot of new beginnings as well. So we have Chiron retrograde with us too, which is bringing up issues from your past memories that still need to be healed and worked through and such like that. So it's really important to really watch it and be careful with this too. Really, really be careful. You know, especially with Pluto retrograde, that's here until October 11th and such. So you're still letting go of certain people that you no longer connect with. I mean, I've you know, unfriended certain people myself on social media, you know, and it's like doing a lot of reflection within, especially when you're not getting treated with respect, or you're like, I really truly did this and this and that for this person, and this is how they're treating you back. Self-love is really, really important, and everybody has certain limits. So you're going to find that you're going to be reflecting back on family or friends or relationships. And that's all about soul journey, the wisdom you learn from within, and reflecting a lot. I mean, I spend a lot of time alone myself personally, just with me and my dog. I always have. I'm very sensitive, and I pick up on energies immediately. I'll scan an event before I even decide to go, or when I get it invited out, I'll scan it and say, I'm not going to be a part of that. Specify, just kind of stay more on my own and such like that. And I'll go out and meet some really cool people and be surrounded by more of my soul tribe and things like that myself, you know? So it's opening your heart, unconditional love as well. And try not to be really hard on people and judge people, because we all have our own journey to go through. It's really, really important. So start writing things down that make you feel happy, especially as this radical revelations are coming, this intense time. Start writing different things down that brings you peace or joy. Maybe some of you like painting as a hobby, or writing as a hobby, like knitting as a hobby, like whatever it is. Maybe start writing those things down and getting yourself prepared, so that way whenever you're having kind of that moment, because we're all going to get tested during this time too, by the way, you're going to be like, wow, what can bring me peace? What can get me back grounded? We all have our own ways. If it's working out, if it's taking the dog for a walk, if it's going out and getting in touch with nature, like whatever it is, really pay attention for that. Because it helps. It really helps. It's like, geez, I'm so, like stressed out or scared or nervous or fearful, whatever it is, because this energies of these so-called leaders are going to bring the fear of God right back into you. I'm just saying. Think of yourself. Do what you feel is best for you. Always. Right? So I'm going to pull a couple of cards and see what the universe forces has to say for us. I mean, I don't use cards on my clients because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, meditation teacher, pranic healer, relationship coach, and so on. So I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at, and then I help expand that and give you my insights to what I see for you coming up through my visions. However, because we're doing this collectively with spirit, I'm going to ask the cards to show us collectively what the message from the universe is. So I'm going to start it off with the animals. Let's hear what the animal kingdom has to say. And make sure that you guys clear your cards, knock them on wood 3 times before you use them, because it's going to clear your energy or whoever else has utilized those cards, right? So I've already done that before I started the video. So let's ask the spirit world, the animal kingdom world, what's the cosmic vibes and the message from the 26th of August till the 2nd of September? What's the cosmic vibes message? What's the cosmic vibes from the animal kingdom? What's their message for us? What is the message from the animal kingdom? The message from the animal kingdom. Message from the animal kingdom. Message from the animal kingdom. Animals, wow. Oh, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Now, I call like all animals animals. Like we're talking like a turtle, we're talking like an elephant, we're talking like a dog. I just call them animals because they are animals in their own energies and unique ways. Now, the message this week is from the sea turtle. I personally love turtles, sea turtles. I have so many memories and communicated with many sea animals, especially whenever I go to Hawaii or by the ocean. That's one of the reasons I'm drawn to there, because I communicate with the animals there. And I have many stories, but anyways, that's another video, right? So this is all about stability. So water represents your emotions. So as we're going through these shocking revelations, it's going to affect your nervous system, right? And if you can go by water, if you live by water, the lake, the oceans, whatever, really take time out for you to meditate, because water is flowing. Like when you look into the water, see where your emotions are, see how you're feeling. Some people feel scared. Some people will feel sad. Some people will feel a lot of high anger and such like that. And by reflecting into the water, it really shows you where you are, where your emotions are. And if we take a look at this beautiful little sea turtle, he's so adorable, with this little girl on resting on his back. She's very calm. She's very calm. She's just flowing with the essence of the water and the cosmic vibes. And that's where your soul wants you to be, flowing, taking one step at a time, staying in the now, staying more in the present. And whenever we do that, we're going to find that we're going to be more stable within. Yeah, but Jenny, I want to be financially stable. We all do. Of course we do. But watch these so-called leaders. They're going to bring a lot of instability. So don't get me started. Don't get me started. So it's best to try to do what you can to stay grounded. That's why I said to write down things ahead of time, what brings you peace, what brings you happiness, where you can be more around your home and such like that, areas, because not all of us are able to travel and go places and such like that. And it can be a little tricky when there's Mercury retrograde to travel. It can cause delays, lost baggage, all kinds of things, right? So, if you're able to, that's fine. Just be more in awareness and be prepared, because things are going to change rapidly. All of a sudden, people have things planned and the government's going to take it away from you. So, what is the message from August 26th to the 2nd of September? The message. So enjoy this week. I don't mean to scare you or anything like that, right? But I just wanted to bring certain things up for you guys to kind of be prepared, because that's going to, as I said, going to go on till the end of November. So now, what a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. This is one of my favorite seasons of the year. I should say my favorite season of the year is the autumn. I do photography, so I'm all over the autumn. I mean, I love the autumn because the days are still really nice and the night cools down a little better, and the beautiful essence of the trees. And fall brings change. Also, fall brings release. Whenever you guys are walking around and you're seeing the beautiful colors of the leaves, how are you feeling? Doesn't it kind of get you pumpkin spiced? Thinking, ooh, pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice. Anything pumpkin spice, I'm all over that. I love it. Pumpkin spiced muffins, pumpkin spice loaf, pumpkin spice latte. Don't even get me going on that. I'm a pumpkin girl. I sure am, right? However, the autumn, it's a beautiful time. And it also gives you that reminder of change. Because the only thing that is constant in this world is change. So just be mindful, you guys. Be more mindful. So let's pull a couple of cards here and see what the energy is, more so from once upon a time ago, past life into this lifetime. What memories could start coming up for you guys? From August 26th to September the 2nd. Can you believe it? We're moving into September. Like, where is the summer gone? Like what has happened with this year? So what is the cosmic message for this week? Cosmic message for this week. The cosmic message for this week. Cosmic, too many cards fell out. It's the cosmic message for this week. Cosmic message for this week. Cosmic message. Wow. D. Perfect card. Thank you, Spirit. So you know how Mercury retrograde is bringing back people from your past? Once upon a time ago, we had past lives, yes. However, we've also been clearing, some of us, karmic situations with relationships. That's why this Venus energy was here. And karmic relationships, you're getting tested, by the way. So really be careful. Like I get a lot of readings, like I do a lot of soulmate, twin flame readings and such like that. And there's reasons why people come back once upon a time ago. And when you meet somebody, you're going to be like, wow, Jeni, I met my soulmate. Or I might take a look at that person and I'll be like, actually, no, this person is going to be very karmic for you. And I will give you all the details, very specific details, why they're coming back, the lessons, what's going to happen, the outcome, and so on. And then, of course, it's up to you. Sometimes we have to go through these karmic relationships, and karmic relationships, family, friends, business, could be your neighbor, it could be anything, even your animals, right? Like I know why I have Bella. I know exactly why I have my dog Bella with medical issues. I know exactly why I have her. She is from my past life. And I always thought that with my Irish Wolfhound McTavish, when he passed, I didn't do enough for him. And I always felt I could have done something more. However, she came into my life because she's like, you have done enough. Like for those of you who know my story with Bella, I have gone way beyond and beyond and beyond to do everything I can for her. So this was McTavish's way to say, you did everything you could for me. Forgive yourself, let it go. So I'm not going to go into details with that, but that's just kind of breaking it down in real short form. So karmic relationships, and you can enter into a karmic relationship too. So when people from our past come back, be very, very careful, because if you didn't learn lessons from that friendship or romantic relationship, you might have to go through that again. And so you're like, wow, I've learned my lesson from that person, how they treated me, what they did to me, how they betrayed me, and so on and so on. However, there's people coming back that could be from your past life that have ended their relationship and are now ready to more so move into a new relationship with you. So there's a lot more to it. That's why people book a reading with me, and I give a lot of clarity with why this person has come back, who they were in your past life, and what's going to happen. So you can always book a reading with Jeni, soulworkwithjeni.com. So anyways, I love my crystals. And what is the message from the crystals this week? What is the crystal message from this week? So what is the message from the crystals? The land of Lemurian. Wow. Oh, what a beautiful card. Oh, I love this. I love this. So the card that fell out here right away, by the way, Phantom Quartz. Phantom Quartz. Embrace change. Now, I was talking about what? Shocking revelations. Information that's coming forth for you. Expect the unexpected with this new moon coming at the end of the month. Change. You're going to be shown what needs to change in your life. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's with your health, if it's with your behavior, all of that. So really pay attention to change. We all struggle as it is. All of us do. And this is why you cannot ever judge someone, because if you start judging someone, it says a lot about who you are, not who they are. So let's have a really good week as we flow through these changes. So that's why I wanted to kind of name this video more so Shocking Revelations, because that's just going to enhance and come through. So you'll have to watch my interviews on Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji to get a lot more information on what's going to be happening as well. So make sure you like my video, make some comments, let me know what's going on, subscribe to my channel, it's free, share my videos. I'd be truly grateful. It helps my channel as I'm slowly building it and such like that. And I'm wishing you all an amazing week. Now Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.